All right, so I'm heading to the group class I do a few times a month. It's a free drop-in class for my clients here in Los Angeles. Also, when I'm up in Alaska, I do it there. And I got Sue here. Why? It's good for him. My dog, it's good for him to walk with the pack and focus on commands and work alongside me. It makes him happy, gets some exercise, mental exercise. And I also want to show people that my dog is a good dog. He's balanced, he's social, he's not perfect. I point out in classes his limitations and what I'm working on as a owner. Not like, my dog doesn't know I'm a trainer. I'm just a person. I'm the person who lives with him. And I bet another trainer who could intervene and just handle him, he'd listen better to them if there's someone with some understanding how to, communicate with him and has the right energy. Why? Although my dog's good, and don't get me wrong, he listens. He's just not like precise as maybe some dogs, because I live with him and I do, live free with him. It's not a 100% working relationship because I did that at the beginning when he was a puppy, and he's got all the life skills and commands down and socialization abilities that are needed now for his adulthood. So I can be more free with him, but I don't live a working life, and if I did, he'd probably get more precise in his commands. And we're talking about like an inch better into his heel, holding it a little longer, focusing better, building a little more distance with recall, which is very practical. I actually got an e-collar so we could go to a next level with him with that. But yeah, I mean, any trainer that's just like, look at my perfect dog, and I show my dog's abilities, but show how you live with your dog, and also if your dog has limitations, is as a trainer working with clients, not sharing this to the masses. I work one-on-one and with small groups of people. Be humble enough to show so that these people, because they're struggling, right? As much as I'm hard on my clients, admittedly, because I want the best for them and their dogs, and I want their dogs to sense that strong intention, I don't want them to feel like, why is my dog the only dog that's not perfect or whatever? Like, even in class, a lot of dogs are, showing up and the owners are showing up ready to work, so they're seeing the best, most focused side of the other client's dogs. Or these people have been doing this for a while and they put in the work, and you're in a different place in your cheesy but dog training journey. So but that's why I do the group, so people can come together, practice. That's why I got off on this sidebar here, and I bring my dog. But also, it's just good for not huge groups. Sometimes I guess if it's under control, but a nice group of dogs walking as a pack, dogs that can physically make contact and intermingle without commands and focus guiding them through it. You can let them play. Just make sure your leashes don't get tangled. You don't get tension pulling back on the leash. Just be aware, and then use long leashes or just go into a fenced area, but smaller groups of people who are all communicating and reasonably know one another, so we're all on the same page and the dogs are all on the same page. And that's the point. The dogs that aren't ready to do the intermingling, they just hang out on the sidelines and they learn to deal with dogs that are moving around more now freely. So that's kind of how you start building up for dogs that are reactive or nervous. You start with high levels of structure, build up the proximity and time duration, meaning the other dog is being focused on their owner and calm, so the other dog can predict their behavior patterns and their energy is not as frenetic. But and then slowly segue to where you're just kind of having like regular normal interactions where dogs are touching, sniffing each other's butts. Some dogs, they won't get into play, but they can coexist without any stress or reactions, or limitations. And you have to go slow. That's why we start close, build out with long lines, use commands to guide them, then phase into their own normal way of thinking. So that's, I guess, why I do the groups. I also want clients to feel they're never on their own. And, they always have a place to practice. Not only when we're doing our training, like while we're working one-on-one for a few months, but after that, clients can come anytime. That's why sometimes I get disappointed, because it's free, and I'm sure not everyone's dog is perfect. And my dog, again, I would bring my dog if I wasn't a trainer and I had a class like that available. It's good for them, right? So, so that's why I do it, just so people have a place to practice, like a group therapy if you're working with a therapist individually as well, and so they never feel they're on their own. And I leave that as far as phone coaching and text communication to any client has. Once they work with me, they sign up for a program. It's not cheap, but they get pretty much unlimited access to me, carte blanche. That's what it means. And you know, we have to work intensely at the beginning, but long term, questions come up, maintenance, access to just these kind of you know, environments to practice with like-minded people. I keep that open for them. That's the whole reasoning. So hopefully I articulated a little more of kind of a lot of things, I guess. I don't know. I was pretty focused this morning, so figured I'd just kind of get those thoughts out clearly. Okay. Have a great morning.